Alright, we've been called out to do an inspection to figure out what pests are here. We have a unit where everything is being removed and it's going to be renovated. But when the contractors showed up, they reported pests. We're going to jump and see what's here and see what pests we're going to be dealing with and how to treat them. Right off the bat, take a look. This is right by the front door. You can see these here are dead cockroaches. That lets us know that there's more than likely a significant infestation. There's no moisture, there's no food here, so the fact that the cockroaches are here is going to be very telling that we're going to be dealing with something fun. Alright, when we want to do an inspection, we almost always start in the kitchen. Kitchen's where there's moisture, which pests love, and food. Let's take a look and see what we're dealing with. You can see right now that there is quite a bit of debris. It is a lot of food on the floor. This is a great environment for pests to thrive. Here, you can see not only dead cockroaches, live ones too, and those little things that look like coffee grounds are actually cockroach droppings. Look at this handle right here. This isn't a good sign. You see in there, there's active infestation inside of a plastic handle. So let's take a look at the fridge. And right off the bat, look at that. Massive pile of dead cockroaches and some live. If you look close, you can see them moving. What this tells us is that this is an advanced infestation that has been here for probably years. All of the stuff that looks like the little coffee grounds are droppings from the bugs, and all of the stuff on the top are either dead bugs or casings from eggs. And the egg casings, they'll hatch and the babies will run out. Even though we're looking at a pile of dead bugs, the little egg capsules that'll be on the dead cockroaches will still hatch and they'll go infest. I'm certain that the back of this fridge is loaded and will be a massive nest. We don't want to move it right now because we want to be ready again to remove all the bugs right away. We don't want to have anything scatter. Let's go in deeper and see what else we're dealing with. So as we're continuing through the kitchen, there's literally activity everywhere. Stuff's moving and there's a lot of dead. Right here is a great way to see this is a dead cockroach, and those are the egg capsules. That is what they'll carry around with them, and even if you kill the roach, the egg capsules will be resilient, fall off, and the babies will hatch out and continue to infest. This is why I always tell people, if you stomp on a cockroach, you need to make sure you clean it off your shoe or avoid it altogether, because that little capsule can stick in your shoe. You bring them home and the babies will hatch off your shoe, and now you've brought little cockroaches home and you've started an infestation. These things are resilient. Alright, let's take a look at the other side of the kitchen. We'll start with the sink. This area's got tons of moisture and harborage. Roaches love harborage, and what that means is being in a confined space where they have pressure on all sides of their body. If you look closely here, you can see a ton of antennas moving. This is a spot where roaches are hiding and they'll be nesting in. All of this is their fecal matter. This is a heavy infestation. You can take a look here. There's some monitors or glue traps under the sink and they're full. We know we're dealing with a heavy infestation here. Again, we don't want to move too much stuff around. We don't want to displace them and have anything run until we're ready to treat and physically remove them. So now we're taking a look at the stove. It's another appliance. Normally they like to be inside of it and you can't see them at all. If you look here, you can see tons of activity. Look at all of those egg capsules that we were talking about earlier. Just tons and tons of them. Droppings at the back. Let's just open up this stove door to see what it looks like. Normally, you would never see activity here, even in a moderate infestation. Let's see what's in here. Look at that. They're running. Mature roaches, juvenile roaches, baby cockroaches, just tons. See these little cracks? They love it. They're protected, they're safe, and they're going to have nests all throughout here. This is very advanced. So when we have an infestation that is this advanced, that's when roaches and other pests start to move out, and they'll start to build little nests in areas even where there isn't moisture, just because there's so many of them. So we really have to take a look at even the bedrooms, which is an area that normally you're not going to see cockroaches, but you can already tell. So when we look at the seams, we can tell a few things. Number one, based on all of this debris that's in here, it's a bed that probably hasn't been cleaned and maintained too often, which would be great for both cockroaches and bed bugs. We can also see a lot of this debris up here is likely fecal matter from these pests. When we come back to do treatment and we have better protective gear, we're going to lift this up and we'll be able to identify it. We don't want to move and disturb too much right now because we don't want the pests scattering. So we removed a couple picture frames and we noticed both droppings and dead cockroaches here. To have them behind a picture frame in a living room is a red flag. That means this is fairly advanced. There's no food or moisture here, so we know we're dealing with a very severe infestation. So whenever you get a call for cockroaches, it's critical that you go and inspect to see what you're dealing with. Sometimes people will just see 1 or 2 cockroaches. It's a completely different plan of attack than when you see something like this. We've seen multiple egg capsules, hundreds of live cockroaches, hundreds of dead cockroaches, and there's infestations not only isolated to kitchen and washroom, it's throughout the entire place. This requires a very, very good plan in order to knock this infestation down and eliminate them. After this, before we do treatment, we're going to lay down some monitors so we know exactly how many live ones roughly we're dealing with and how many hotspots we can find where they're nesting. Stay tuned. We'll catch you next time.